What is the plot of Wake and Fright? Imagine being stuck in a remote Australian town with no easy way out. That's exactly what happens to a young school teacher named John Grant. He starts his journey heading back to Sydney for Christmas. But on his way, he stops in a place called Bundiniaba, known locally as the Yaba. It's a rough town full of miners and tough men. John quickly finds himself caught in a cycle of heavy drinking, gambling, and rough behavior. He loses all his money playing a game called Two-Up, which is a traditional Australian gambling game. As the night goes on, he gets involved with locals like Tim Hines, a businessman, and his daughter Jeanette, who tries to seduce him. He also meets two miners named Dick and Joe. They all spend the day drinking and partying, but things get out of control fast. John's attempts to act normal don't work well. He has a disastrous encounter with Jeanette that ends with him vomiting, showing how much he's losing grip on himself. He finds a brief refuge with Doc Tidon, a disbarred doctor who lives on the edge of society. Doc takes John on a brutal kangaroo hunting trip. During the hunt, John is forced to kill a wounded kangaroo with a knife. This violent act symbolizes his descent into primal instincts. That night, chaos erupts. They vandalize a pub and fight drunkenly. Things get even darker when Doc sexually assaults John, shattering his sense of self further. John tries to escape by hitchhiking but is brought back to the Yaba. His frustration and despair grow. He even tries to kill Doc but ends up hurting himself instead. The story ends with John broken and alone. He is institutionalized, a man completely worn down by the brutal environment and his own mental collapse. From a horror film point of view, Wake and Fright is a psychological horror. The horror isn't supernatural but comes from the oppressive atmosphere of the Australian outback and the protagonist's slow loss of sanity and morality. It explores themes of isolation, toxic masculinity, and how thin the veneer of civilization really is. The film's intense scenes of alcohol abuse, sexual violence, and primal brutality make it a disturbing experience. It shows how human darkness can surface in extreme situations. Wake and Fright is a powerful look at fear and the darker side of human nature, set against the stark backdrop of the Australian outback.